Now, take your time to read the sentences. Underline the key word in each sentence to compare them with the information in the email. Let's try to do this together now. Number 1, Samir's family lives in a tall building. So my keywords here are live in a tall building. There are not many parks in New York. Are not many parks. Samir lives far from the High Line. Far from the High Line. In the past, the High Line was a road. In the past, High Line was a road. 5. The High Line is 2.5 kilometers. 2.5 kilometers. The last one, Samir loves the local food. Now, those are the keywords we need to find in the email. Let's read the email again to check our information and decide. Are these true or false? Now let's reread the email again. Try to write the false sentences, correct them in your notebook. Hi Samir, how are you? I'm well and New York is great. Our apartment is on the 16th floor, so we have a great view of the city. New York has a lot of green spaces. There are also projects to create new parks and green spaces in parts of the city that no one uses now. Like the famous High Line. Do you know about it? Years ago, the High Line was a railway line. But in the 1980s, trains stopped using it. Some local residents then decided to make the old railway into a big, long park that everyone could use. Now, it's a green space with more than 500 species of trees and plants. It's 2.5 kilometers long, and when you walk through it, you can see artworks, watch a theater performance, eat delicious food, go running, or just hang out with your friends. I think it's my favorite place in New York. It passes through our neighborhood, so I often go there with my parents. Here is one of my photos of it. How are things in Alexandria? I miss home. New York is very noisy all the time. Alexandria is much quieter at night. There are lots of different restaurants here in New York, and the food does not taste like the food at home. I think the food tastes more delicious in Egypt. I miss our food so much. Write me soon and tell me all your news. Wael. Now, I guess you were able to decide at least some sentences which they are true or what to be false and corrected them in your notebook. Let's check your answers together again. Back to our page again, page 11. Now, let's read the questions together. Let's read all these sentences together and check if you answer correctly or not. Number 1, Samir's family lives in a tall building. Yes, it was true. Great job. Remember when he said he lives in the 16th floor? There are not many parks in New York. There are not many parks in New York. That was false. There are lots of parks and green spaces in New York. Number 3, Samir lives far from the High Line. False. He lives near the High Line. 4, in the past, the High Line was a road. Wrong. It was a railway. It was a road, but for trains. 5, the High Line is 2.5 kilometers long. Exactly. It's true. It was 2.5. The last one. Samir loves the local food. False. He says it's okay, but he misses the food of home.
تقدر تتابع كل دروسك على تطبيق مدرستنا بلس. مدرستنا، المستقبل يبدأ الآن.